I just got the couch in here actually like a couple days ago. I've only stayed at this house once, so it's getting there. You know, we're close to moving everything over and slowly calling it home. So it's getting there.
Are you like the kind of person that as you're preparing for a fight, it matters? Like I think about somebody like Muhammad Ali in Deer Lake and like Fedor with his place in Russia and the woods and everything. Like, do you need to be in a certain frame of mind, or could you train for a fight anywhere?
I mean, as far as the location and environment, it's all out of camp, in camp's all the same, but mentally, definitely, it's different. Going in, being in camp, there's the level of, I try to live a very disciplined life outside of camp as far as my sleep, what I eat, and making practice. I try to keep that very disciplined, but in camp, it's just next level discipline. So, yeah, as far as location, everything's very similar as far as where I'm training, but mentally it's different.
You seem to pick these places, like you said earlier when we were walking around here, like peaceful. Like,
yeah.
Why do you think that that's where you kind of thrive when you're away from the cage?
I think peace is kind of what everybody's searching for. And out here it's a lot more peaceful. Big, huge trees. There's an Air Force base not too far, so there's a little disruption there, but it's not too bad. It's kind of cool watching them do their maneuvers and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty peaceful out here. I think I go out there, knock Aljo out. A lot more opportunities come, a lot more craziness comes with it, with the lifestyle. So being able to just have that peace out here is super important for me to stay disciplined, stay on the grind. Because win or lose this fight, I want to fight again this year. I want to fight, minimum 2 times a year. I want to stay on the grind, stay fighting, stay active, and continue to grow the Suga brand and leave something in this sport, like do something really cool.
Yeah, I feel like I've been talking to you like since you came into the UFC about how if everything goes how you want it to go, and you were making grand proclamations from the very beginning that like that's going to be a challenge, man. It's going to be a challenge. It's going to be, the world is kind of looking at you all the time. So I almost feel like every time I check in with you before a fight, like I get an update on that. Like how has that been?
It comes down to discipline. It always comes down to discipline. Like I could be crazy. I feel like I'm a crazy person. I could, I like to go have fun, do crazy things, but constantly have to remind myself, like I'm only going to be this age for so long. Like I only got so many years in this sport. I have to keep my head down and keep training, keep getting better, keep losing in the gym to get better. And it's kind of a rough lifestyle. I mean, you're sore every day, every week you're sore. Like today's Thursday, so I've trained hard Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday already. Thursday I'm run down a little bit, but that's every week. That's outside of camp. That's in camp. So, but yeah, just keeping myself in the grind is the most important thing for me.
Do you feel like you even know? Like, can a human even like predict how it's going to feel? Like, let's say you continue on this rocket ship that you've been on. At some point, if there's enough money in the bank and there's enough wins in the column, that like that desire to be sore every day is just, it wanes. Like it's just human nature to not want that anymore. Like do you feel like you even know the answer to that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a good question. It's hard to answer that. You never know. I feel like I have enough money and assets right now that I don't have to ever fight again, which is it's a cool feeling. I never really felt like that going into a fight. Like I don't have to make this money to be secure. So it's a little different already, but not in a negative way at all. So I don't feel that yet. I don't feel like, well, I don't really have to be sore. I want to go out there and perform. I want to go out there and fight. I don't feel that yet. Maybe, look at Connor. Who knows if he did or didn't. It's hard you can only guess what people are actually thinking. So, I go out there, knock Aljo out, knock out the next guy. Massive superstar. Mm-hmm. You never know. But I'd like to think that I want to, I feel like I'm going to stay on the grind until my body can't really handle it anymore. 35, 36 years old. I've wanted to, since I was 16, when I started training, it's like I want to fight until I can. I want to make sure I put in as much work as I possibly can to when I'm done, I'm okay being done. Mm-hmm. But it's a scary thought. I mean, people retire and be like, damn, they're never going to do that again. It's a scary thought for sure.
Yeah. You wrote, I think it was on Twitter, like kind of a funny thing where like, you basically said you're going to do everything that Connor's doing, like, oh, you guys will see me on yachts and parties and this and that, you know, and then you're like, oh, just kidding. But do you think if maybe you weren't seeking this like kind of peace away from camp, that you would be living in like more kind of like a penthouse downtown or like some fancy mansion? I mean, like this place is nice, but it's not like luxurious.
Right,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, do you kind of stay away from the luxury part of it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I could, if I lived downtown, it would just not be good. I need to live away from everything. Closer to the gym, the better for me. Just stay in it. I enjoy this lifestyle, grinding and doing the work. I enjoy that. But yeah, living downtown would not be good. Just chasing chicks and chasing that next, like going to the club, like that's all fun and stuff. But you know, you wake up the next morning, you're like, I didn't. You know, you go and train real hard. You wake up the next morning, you're sore. It feels a lot better than being hung over or something. So it's like not hard for me to stay away from that. But it's always kind of like there. It's like you could be doing a complete, like you've made enough money. You're young. You can go and do whatever you want. But what I do truly want is to train and win fights.
Mm-hmm.